Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Ipswich. And we are, as you will recall, if you were following along yesterday, coming to the end of the transfer window. We'll just first look at our form. Once again, it's absolutely appalling. Each time we actually go into Europe, this happens. And I guess it's going to happen season after season until I let these players that we're bringing in develop together. We got to stop taking part in transfer windows. We've had a very, very difficult transfer window. And hey, Neil, how are you doing? Good to see you, my friend. And it's been a tough one. But have I found solutions? I do have Makengo, who is making big fuss about the fact that we are not strong enough in the goalkeeping department. As yet, I haven't been able to find a solution, but did I just find one? And can I make him happy? I can't sell Verbruggen, but if we look at what I've done, I have made a loan offer for Stankovic, and he's willing to come in as the cup goalkeeper. So that would mean that Meslier keeps his first choice goalkeeper, and Stankovic could play as the cup goalkeeper. I left it a bit late, and I don't know if we're going to get him over the line. There are other clubs interested. That might solve that problem. Sia, as you know, has been sold, and we're waiting on Diamonde to decide whether or not he wants to come. He'd be a perfectly adequate replacement, if not better than Sia, but he will take time, of course, to settle in, and he's only 23 years old. Again, someone who's quite young, and so somebody, again, who will take time to settle in. And then I've made an offer for this winger. I don't know much about him, but what I do know is that he's very, very good at set pieces, has brilliant free kick, good at corners. Atom is in fine form from set pieces, and central defender, he's top of the goal scoring charts. He has 5 of our goals at the moment from centre back. So set pieces is something that we need to focus on, with Atom being so good at the near post. So have we solved the problems? I don't know. We have to now go through this transfer window and hope that everything comes to plan. We do have players that can go out to solve the wage problems, and I think we will look at Stankovic. The loan has been accepted. Loan offers are made for Allen. That might solve the wage problem when we get to it. No, they won't complicate. We are capable of handling things, I think. And several loan offers made for Allen. Just depends on the money. 20% of the wages, 40% of the wages would probably do it. Allen's wage is 84, so it'll bring in 20%. That'll probably do it. So we'll accept the loan offer from Internacional, and we won't accept any of the others. we'll leave it for now to see what happens with that one. And that's as good a start as I could have hoped for. I'm worried that Juan Lu will go out, but I do have a possible replacement for Juan Lu, which will help us in terms of right back. And we could probably, if Juan Lu goes out, we could bring in Justin Shea. He's interested in coming to us, so that's a possibility if Juan Lu goes out. Hey, Mr. K, how are you doing? So it's going to be a tense, very tense few hours in the transfer window. I'm expecting Sia to leave. I'm expecting Diamonde to come in. Otherwise, we'll only have 3 central defenders, really. Badgetic, of course, can play as a central defender, but I'm really not sure if that is the right thing to do. Also, loan offers not high enough, I'm afraid. The wages are not high enough. Interestingly, they're not big clubs. Nivas, no, I'm not letting him go out. It's something that is possible. If Verbruggen doesn't get sold, then we'll still have 3 goalkeepers in the squad. So we'll leave that open for now. And hi, Stefan. Yeah, me too, mate. It's another terrible start to the season. We're winning our cup games, but we are not winning in the Premier League, and that is my big concern. So I'm just hopeful that Stankovic comes in. I've actually Verbruggen, it might be prudent to, at this moment, make him available for loan. If we make him available for loan, we don't have to make any decisions. He's unhappy anyway, so we don't have to make any decisions on him yet. Silva has won Young Player of the Year. I don't think he's been playing that well. He did get a hat-trick against Bristol City, which probably managed to get him to where he is. And so nothing's happening in terms of Diamonde and that winger that we wanted to bring in. Morstat is not leaving. He's staying, and that's the end of the matter. He is not going anywhere. Oh, he has joined Atalanta. He's not the one I was looking at, though. Was he the one I was looking at that I made a bid for? Which would be really sad. No, it's Allende I was looking at. Phew, that's that is good news. And I don't know who Bahoya is, but Bayern Munich can have him. I've set my targets, and Bayern Munich can go and sign him. Nothing seems to be happening. Oh, Justin Shea has actually... has rejected the contract offer. So things are still going. And Allende is coming, and he's set to sign for Ipswich. That is a good one to get over the line. And Diamonde is coming as well. But unfortunately... how have we only got a transfer budget? Yeah, let's delay the transfer then. That, of course, depends on whether Sia goes out. Stankovic has come to the club. So that means that we can now push the loan deal for Verbruggen. This is all getting very strange. Stankovic will get one of the slots. And Makengo now is happy that we've strengthened. It does leave me a problem with Verbruggen, though. Verbruggen has to go out. Unless that will make Makengo unhappy again. So we can't offer him via the transfer room for some reason. There's no interest in Verbruggen out there, which is there's nothing I can do about that. In terms of the tactic, I have decided to go with the 4-3-3. Come hell or high water, I've come to the conclusion my squad suits the 4-3-3 better than any other system. So come whatever happens is whatever happens. So yeah, they can have him. I just need to find out if Sia is going out. And then if Sia doesn't go, he is sitting on a contract offer. I'll decline that one. I'm not really that interested in talking about reserve players. And nothing as time goes by. Is really odd, FM, isn't it? Sia has not yet made his mind up, which means Diamante, as time runs out, we are going to have problems. Juan Lu is a problem now. So I'm not going to actually respond to that one. Don't worry, nothing easy. I know it's going to be the same as last season. We're going to have a dreadful start. It's been rather quiet. I've signed 2 players, you donkey. That's not quiet. Sunderland make a Goddard offer. Now we have Alan. Alan's wage, 10% is not enough. I want 60%. No, I'm going to reject that. It's just not going to bring in the money that I need. Alan can sit in the reserves if he's unhappy. But I'm not letting him go for a packet of cornflakes. Santiago. Okay. I'm not responding to that either. Like, we're not going to do it. Sia's not going to go by the look of it. Verbruggen is also an issue. He may well end up in the reserves. And with 3 hours to go, we're not going to see any movement, I don't think, on Sia. We do have to play this cup game against Derby. Stankovic now is registered, so can play. He's coming in as the cup goalkeeper, so I will have to play him. He does want me to play in a low block, and part of me wants to play in a low block. But I think that I'm going to stick with the high press for now. Stankovic will come in as the cup goalkeeper. And I put out pretty much a reserve team. So I'm not quite sure how this is going to go. But we've got a strong bench. Wait, let's not submit that yet. Alande can also come onto the bench. So he can come in and we can rest Scott. We're just really waiting on Sia. Is Sia going to sign the contract in the next couple of hours? Or is he going to stay? We do have a backup waiting. I don't know how advanced the paperwork is, so I don't know what's going to happen in those transfer deals. I have no idea. We actually have been on a good run, but only in the cups, which is unfortunate. We don't never press. Come on, that's silly. And at the moment, I'm not really sure I want to be doing anything with their midfielders. What do I say? Let's say we're favourites for a reason. And let's build up the morale a little bit. Let's not put too much pressure on them. I'm looking at this reserve team, and this is what I did last season in the... not last season, the season before in the Europa League and the Cups, was I played the reserve team and kept the first team fresh for the Premier League. But unfortunately, the first team, even though they were fresh, kept losing. And this, I don't want to fall into this trap again, where we pick the reserve team for the cup games, and then the first team goes and loses every game in the Premier League. I don't want to be in that situation again. Diamond is not one of the reserve players, and I'm not quite sure. What was the goalkeeper doing there? That's the opposition goalkeeper. I don't care, but that was a bit strange. But I don't want them shooting from there. I am telling them to play with a little bit more flair, creativity, to be more expressive. For games that we should be winning, for games that we're expected to lose, I will probably tell them to be a little bit more disciplined, to keep their shape, and to behave themselves. But more start getting. That's the start that I wanted today. We've had a dreadful, dreadful time, and the reserves are at it again. And here we go. Grenbach is someone who has gone under my radar a little bit. I signed him not knowing how good a player that he actually is. That was close. Still not as good as Scott, I don't think. But definitely is going to push Scott for that advanced playmaker role. Once he settles, I think he's going to be a good signing. How long it takes him to settle, I don't know. They don't generally settle very well when I sign them. It takes them a year. But hopefully this season they'll settle a little bit quicker. We've brought in far too many players again. I had to, because the squad simply wasn't good enough. So I concentrated on bringing young players in. And Bajcetic is getting a game as the centre-back. I'm also playing an inverted full-back on the right-hand side, which means that the left wing-back can get higher up the pitch. And Timon does a lot of damage from these areas. So hopefully that's going to work. And hopefully we're going to win this game quite comfortably in the end. No Atom today at the near post. He's being rested for the Premier League game we have coming up. He's become the first person that I put on the team sheet. Atom. He's just been outstanding. He had one poor game for me, but generally he's just outstanding as a centre-back. Underrated by my coaching staff, who are maybe finally coming around to seeing what I see and how good a player that he is. And he is our top goal scorer at the moment. And one of the reasons possibly why I wanted to sign a Lande, because if we can get a good piece taker in and have Atom, who's quite dangerous, very dangerous at corners, then that might be where we're going to get our goals from this year, with the two young wingers stroke forwards that we've brought in, both of whom are wonder kids. But I can't really put too much pressure on them this year to score goals. They're going to take time to settle. And there was a pass on there from, I think that was Morstadt. There was an easy pass on there to an overlapping player, and he went and blew it over the bar instead. Stankovic makes his first save. It didn't look very pretty, but at least he made a save. We should be beating Derby, so they are a championship team. And goalkeeper, well done. He's actually come in straight away. He's only just been signed a few hours ago, and he's come in. He's doing all right so far. I don't really know what to do with Verbruggen. Do I just now put him in the reserves? He's unhappy. Do I get rid of him out of the squad? I have this very good young goalkeeper, Nivas, who's just 18, can be the third choice. We're taking too many shots again from outside the penalty area. I think I probably need... I think he's already been told. Now let's tell Marion to shoot less often. It's not necessary. Look for the pass. Good to see the Carrilero that high up the pitch. Come on, boys, let's win the ball. And we are playing with a counter-press this season as well. I think we give the opposition far too much time to play out from the back to create chances. And we need to just press them if we lose the ball. So I think we have players now with the stamina to do it. Oof, that was a punt, wasn't it? And it was offside in the end. Just wondering where Derby's threat is coming from. Because they are capable, obviously, of creating chances, and I need to nullify that threat if I can find it. I haven't really been focused on Derby, but I think I need to for 5 or 10 minutes. Morstadt is, of course, 6'5". He does have a chance of getting his head on those crosses. Shots on target ratio is very good, and that's not very good from Timon. They are definitely focusing down the flanks, trying to get round the back. I don't think that they're actually managing it particularly well. But there's definitely a threat down the flanks. Stankovic is playing very well. He's making a bid, I think, to become first-team goalkeeper. His actually rating is only a 6.7. And he's only actually had to make one save, I think. So, but he's done his job. And he's been very commanding of the penalty area. So he's done his job. And he might turn out to be a very good signing in the end. Morstadt's having a good game. I just wish I think I've got him actually on shoot more often. Maybe I shouldn't have him on shoot more often. So I'm going to take him off that. And just tell him to ease off a little bit. But we are the better team, clearly the better team. We haven't actually had the possession, but that's okay as long as we are creating more chances. And we're definitely the better team at the moment. We need to get that corner taker on and Atom on to see how we do at set pieces. But at the moment, it's still only 1-0. I'd like to get a second if we can. And we didn't chase that ball down. And that was Mastantuono. We're going to call him Franco, I think, because Mastantuono is a bit difficult. Mastantuono. We'll call him Franco. It's much easier. And I don't know if the decision tactically, I've been really struggling with this group of players, and I'm really not sure if the 4-3-3 is the right way to go. I think it adds to our midfield that's been poor, and I think it's probably the right way to go. Even if we start losing games, we're going to stick with it. Yeah, we might be winning, but that could all change. I don't need to say anything to anybody, I don't think. Looks stressed, Greenback. Well, let's calm him down a little bit. You're not playing brilliantly. You weren't that bad. You still look stressed. And I'm not quite sure if there really is any threat coming from this particular team. And if I look at what we're doing in terms of our line, we are playing with a higher line. I may need to, if they are looking to get behind us, I may need to drop the line a little bit, but I think that I've got the pace at the back that can deal with Derby up front. One of the things that I do want to do is to maybe have a cover player. I'm wondering if Badgetic has the pace to do that. He does, so we'll put him on cover, because they did show signs that they were going to lump the ball over the top, and so we'll just have him on a cover duty just to maybe nullify that threat. And we need to keep doing what we're doing. But we need another goal, boys. And scoring goals is just like a nightmare for this Ipswich team. As you guys know, scoring goals, they're like little treasures for me. Collect these little treasures. Nicely done by Joanne Lou. Oh, what a chance. And it's gone wide. But fair play to the reserve team. They're carrying on the tradition of playing better than the first team. I think probably Timon needs to come off at some point. We need to rest him for the Manchester United game, which is worrying me a lot. Badgetic, where's he going from centre-back? He's doing a Harry Maguire there, trying to dribble around the full-back. This boy, Winkler, who is allegedly a wonder kid, he's not shown anything so far. He is a very, very good player. He's got a very good shot on him. He's just not doing it at the moment. Even in pre-season, he was poor. Maybe it's going to take him a year or two. We have to have faith in these players now. I think probably at some point I need to bring in better wing-backs. Certainly a right wing-back, or inverted full-back at least. I think that's really, really important for us. Timon's having a very, very good game. I don't want to take him off at this point, but I do need to rest him. So we need that second goal. He's still not going in. We're, again, creating chance after chance after chance, but these young forwards are not putting them away. Credit to Morstadt. He was where he needed to be for the goal. And we don't have Atom at the front post, so we're not going to be scoring from corners today. So I just wish this transfer window would be out of the way. We're either going to have Sia at the club, and I don't mind Sia being at the club. He's a very good defender. And another chance. Who was that? That was Timon with that chance. But shots on target ratio is over 50%, so it's not bad. Just for some reason, they're not going in. Creating as many chances as we can. Creating pretty good chances as well. And there's another one. But Marin, control the ball, boy. And I've just told you to shoot less often. But I also have told them that they can be more expressive as well as a team. So I've got to let them play, I think. Just let them play their game. McKenna is doing okay at the back. Bajcetic is having a very good game at the back. He is a late developer, as I know from the Newcastle save. So we're not going to get the best out of Bajcetic for a little while. But I'm sure by the time he gets to 26, 27, we're going to see a great, great player who's probably then going to want to leave. And we need to find that pass. We've got a lot of boys who are creative, good passing, good vision in the team. So we need to find that pass. I think it's time to make a couple of changes now. Timon needs to be rested. Finkgraf can come on the left. One way is to catch them off guard. Explain more, Mr. K. How will I catch them off guard? Because I can't see... Marin isn't having a good game. But Mastun Tuano, Franco is very tired. So we'll bring on Valesco. No, actually I'm going to bring on the set-piece specialist. Let's go and see if he is... Oh, I can never work this out. Attack, set piece taker, corner taker. I now want to be Alande. So do I just drag this in here? Let's ask the assistant. No, he's still not putting Alande in there. Can't seem to move him in. I want him taking corners from both sides, but not to worry. At least he's... And free kick takers. If I go out swinger, can I go out swinger for the left-hand side? Don't think it will allow me to do that. Free kicks. Shooting range. Green back. Alande. I want Alande and Alande. Okay, so we've got that sorted, hopefully. We'll confirm those changes. And see what Alande can do for us. Inverting fullbacks. I've got one inverted fullback already. So that means that I need the wing back. I need the wing back on the left to be going up the field, because it's pointless having an inverted fullback if I've got a wing back on the other side who's getting forward. I don't want both wing backs high up the pitch. We're not defensively good enough to be doing that. Oh, wonderful. Oh, what a chance. What a chance. We are creating chances. It's up front. They're just naive up front. And we just need to keep doing what we're doing. We'll hopefully get inverted winger paired on the other side with the fullback that likes to go forward. So what have I got? We can look at that. What have I got? I've got the fullback going forward, I've got an inside forward. So the inside forward is coming inside. I want him as an inside forward because he is a good finisher. But now we've changed it over. We can try him as an inverted winger. We can actually try him as an inverted winger. I mean, why not? We've got an inside forward on the right, so that the other thing that I can do now, that would mean I'd need to play him as a winger. I could play him as a winger and then have the wing back cut inside with the ball instead of run wide and look for the underlap just to mix it up a little bit. And we, instead of running wide, as a wing back though, he's naturally not going to be able to, yes, he can cut inside with the ball. That's one way to do it. So hopefully the wing back then will, on the left, will come inside. Not all the time, but we'll attempt it sometimes. I mean, I'm fairly happy with the squad now, and it doesn't matter about who comes in. I would prefer to keep Sia, and in all honesty, I would prefer to keep him because it's an established back four, and they're pretty much about the same. So Garosibal can come in here. We know that Scott McKenna is tired. And we'll leave one. We'll leave one to see if we get an injury or somebody gets absolutely exhausted before the end of the game. And we're actually doing okay. We're holding on. Derby haven't really been a threat, but then neither have we. And here we have the first combination, I think, of... Is it going to be a Lande? Yep, with Atom at the near post. First time that it's going to be tried. Go on, son. Nope. I was hoping it would fall on Atom's nut and he would nod it in. Nicely done by Garosibal. I don't know about this Alande. We didn't really have time to scout him. I just brought him in because his attributes look decent. I'm worried about his mentals, but then he's a winger. It doesn't really matter. And that was really my main concern about him. But he's a good set-piece taker. And I really need it to make the most of Atom's ability from corners, being as we're not scoring goals yet. So I don't know whether he's going to be a good signing or not. Oh, that's nice. Now, ball across. No, in the wrong place, Alande. In all fairness, Derby have defended this onslaught pretty well. Problem with the inside forward, you come in too quickly, and that's the same as advance forward. Yeah, I mean, we're trying out the inverted winger. We have an inside forward on the right. Okay, so he's given everything. Grezenbach has given everything he's got. Bless him. Yeah, he looks a bit tired, bless him. I could play João Gomez in there. Or Dominguez. Let's play João Gomez in there. He's not really an advanced playmaker. So we'll actually switch those over. Marin is better suited to the advanced playmaker role. We've already set him up. I think we just need to just hold out now. Just don't do anything silly now. And that will be a nice green dot to begin with. I'm just going to look to see if they are playing more direct, looking for long balls. We could get caught out, of course, out wide. Oh, Stankovic, well done, Sam. Because they are very good in terms of counter-attacking, and I don't know, is it right to stay positive now, or do we need to close the shop? I might go to a more balanced approach now. The team are happier playing in a balanced approach. And I might drop the lines back as well in a couple of minutes just to try and see this game out. I mean, again, my assistant might be right. We might have been better with the low block. I don't like the low block, though, because we seem to be just inviting pressure with the low block. But defensively, it can be quite effective. So it probably is time to shut up the shop now, as Derby are actually coming back at us now. Let's go into a low block. We'll drop the line a little bit. We'll try and keep possession a little bit more. Take that off. We don't need that. And we'll be more disciplined now. And I want them to regroup now rather than counter press. Derby certainly giving it a go in the final 5 minutes. And that's gone out for a goal kick. Just these nervous few minutes now. Let's get a green dot on the screen, boys. It's good for morale. I'm not really bothered about the Caribou Cup, because we're not going to win it anyway. And the board aren't really that bothered about the Caribou Cup either. But I don't want to lose to a championship team. I'd rather lose in a quarter-final against Arsenal or somebody like that than lose to Derby. Oh! I think he's going to be offside, though. But what a strike on the half volley that was. What a good animation that was. What a strike that was. Is it going to count? No, it's disallowed. Usually the best goals are disallowed. What a hit that was on the half volley. Just offside. But wow, left-footed. What a strike. But I think now we're going to see it out. And there's Adam at the near post again. He's not going to get a goal for a while, I don't think. He can't keep being our top scorer. 50% shots on target. You've got to be happy with that. And they will eventually, I think, start going in. And that's what I've just got to hope. We're not going to win games against the big teams, but I've got to hope that we can see off the smaller teams as we did with Bristol City. I mean, we didn't just win that game, we absolutely destroyed them, and 7-1 was a very, very good result. So I think we do need to win against the smaller teams and just accept defeat against the bigger teams and do our best, basically. I may have to play in the low block against the bigger teams. Just get as many bodies behind the ball as we can. Atom, outstanding again. His anticipation is brilliant. He keeps doing that. He keeps getting in the way of passes. He's very, very good at intercepting passes. Just keep the ball, boys. There's no need to panic here. Stankovic, I think, has done very, very well. He's made 3 very good saves. His rating's only 6.7, though. I'm not quite sure why. He's made 3 very, very good saves in that game. I'll take that 1-0. It's a green dot. But it does show how poor we are at taking our chances. Pretty much that's what it shows. I'm just going to tell them it was a good win. I want morale up. And I don't want... Oh, God, yeah, I forgot about this. We're back to this now. What is going to happen here? We have this outstanding transfer. We're also waiting on Sia to make his mind up. His contract, he wanted to leave to Real Madrid, and he's leaving it to the last minute. I don't think that if he goes, I'll have time to get Diamante now over the line, and then I will be struggling at centre-back. But Bajcetic can cover at centre-back. Makengo had a good game, did he? Okay, let's get this over the line. Sia, I don't think, is going to have time to leave either. Swansea, who did they beat? They beat Chelsea, did they? Oh, they have signed. Oh, and Diamonde's transfer has been cancelled. What is FM doing? Sia waited until 45 minutes left. Like maybe he wanted to sabotage it. I don't know. That means Bajcetic is going to have to cover as a centre-back. I only have 3 centre-backs now. Allen's transfer fell through as well. That means the wage budget's in a mess. Oh, we're actually okay. Unbelievable. So I only have 3 centre-backs. They're going to have to work hard this season. If one of them gets injured, I'm screwed. It was taken out of my hands, basically. It was up to the player. If he wanted to go, he wanted to go. So now we have a big problem. Who is it that we're... Is it Nivas who can't get a work permit? So he has to stay then. Yeah, they're all bloody cancelled. So I need to figure out. Allen is not going to be part of the squad. I've had enough of him. So Stankovic will come in. So we'll have 3 goalkeepers. Verbruggen, I don't know what to do with him. I should send him to the reserves. Anybody who's in a bad mood, he's unhappy, let's send him to the reserves. I don't want him. McKenna, Atom, Baselli, Grossabel. I think Juan Lu will come back in. João Gomez, Marin, Alande. That's 25. Allen can come out of the squad. Is he unhappy? Need to check first if he's unhappy. Yeah, he's unhappy. I'm not quite sure. I'll leave him in the squad, I think. Well, let's leave him in the squad. Oh, right, okay. So we have to take Alan out. Oh, we have to... How many are we allowed then? Let's take Nivas out. How many players am I allowed? Oh, this is for the Europa Conference, isn't it? Is it 22 that I'm going to be allowed? Maybe Marin. Oh, for goodness sake. I'm only allowed 21, am I? Oh, boy. 21. Atom, Baselli, Garosabal. Joanne Liu, then. Finally. Verbruggen. Well, because you're such a pain in the neck. If you're in the reserves, you can't cause me any problems. Squad rate. I can actually put all 25 in here now, can't I? Verbruggen is not registered. Nivas will be registered. That will be fine. Oh, come on. How many am I allowed in this squad? It's 20, only 21. Okay, have I got under 21s here? Yeah, I've got 3 under 21s there. More stats also under 21. He's also under 21. So that should be fine. But will these players be allowed to play then? Under 21s don't need to be registered. Are you sure? Oh boy. McKenna wants to talk about his future. Did I leave him out of the Premier League squad? That's not supposed to happen. That means I only got 2 central defenders. Surely didn't leave him out. I can't put him back in now. Okay, I might as well resign here and now. I've only got 2 central defenders. This is for the Premier League squad. And I've left McKenna out. What a dummy. How did that happen? And I can't put him back in now. I've only got 2 central defenders now. I made an error. Yeah, so I'm going to lose the dressing room. And this is what happened to me before. This is horrid. Oh, I can't believe that. He's also the club captain. I'm done for. How can I make a mistake like that? I might as well resign. I can't register the Prem yet until January. Registration. The button won't change. The button will not change. I cannot now put him in and confirm. How did I miss that? Okay, let's untick someone. I don't know who. Juanlu. Let's untick Juanlu. No, the button is stuck. It's after the registration. It's stuck. Oh, I think I'll just go to key highlights now because I can't do anything with just 3 central defenders. And one of them is Badgetic, who's not a central defender. I mean, I've got McKenna who can play in the cup because he's registered for the cup, but he's unhappy, and the defence is going to be all over the place if he's unhappy. I just don't believe I did that. Well, McKenna wasn't transferred in. He's been here for a couple of years. He's the club captain. I just can't believe it. I just really want to get to finish the save now. Because I'm screwed, basically. Screwed. Timon should be fit. I'm absolutely done for. How could I do something so silly? He's not trained at the club. I'm going to go to the squad registration. It's disabled. He cannot now play until January. I just completely missed it. So he'll have to be sold as well, eventually. Just got to hope then that Badgetic is a good centre-back. I'm not going to counter-press Manchester United. It's pointless. Yep, absolutely right, Mr. K. I don't know how I missed that. And I actually don't want to carry on, basically. I really don't want to carry on. This was hard enough, this save, without me making a stupid error like that. You can't play with just 3 centre-backs. And what will happen now is one of them will get injured. That is a certainty. We're now in the 4th of September. The registration has long gone. Oh dear, dear, dear. I don't know how I missed that. Absolutely distraught now. Hey, Matthias. This save was hard enough without leaving out one of your best centre-backs. And now the game's stuck anyway. And I don't know why it does this when I'm streaming. It only does this when I'm streaming. The game speed is fine. If you go to the settings, it's like 4.5 stars. But when I'm streaming, it just like, that game is a nightmare. So we got one injured player, haven't we? Dominguez. So Marin will have to come and cover for him. So what have I got here? Oh god, I can't play Badgetic. So Boselli. These guys, Atom and Boselli, are pretty much going to have to play every game until Christmas. I'm going to play Alande for the set piece benefit. So Badgetic is the reserve centre back. Makengo, Dominguez, Greenback, Winkler, Arribas. Yep, absolutely screwed is the right word for this now. Hi, Jason. No, we're not having a great day. I've made a huge error here. Absolutely massive error. And I'm absolutely distraught now. I cannot believe that I have done that. I've been playing this game for 15 years, and that is the first time I have ever done that. The first time. God blimey. I think he's looking to give away a lot of... No, we're not going to be doing that. No, we're not going to be doing that. Fernandez, yes. He's brave, so probably not. Rashford, definitely not. And Nicholas Jackson is playing for them, is he? And definitely not there. Some players are instructed. So Garnacho. I don't want him cutting out inside, so we're going to try and force him outside. And these two, they're not the greatest in terms of... Fernandez is the creative outlet, isn't he? Because diving in on Rashford is probably not the right thing to do given his pace. I'd really like him also on the outside, to go outside. Garnacho's on the right, so I want him on his right foot. I'd really like Rashford to be channeled into these areas here as well. I don't want them cutting inside. So I want Rashford on his left foot is poor, so I want to push him outside. But I don't want to close either of them down. And what I want to do is set my wing backs to close down less. Just let them go outside. Just shadow them instead of diving in and... see what happens anyway. I mean, I can't... I don't really care anymore. I can't believe I've done that. One of the silliest things I've ever done in my life. And tackling, if we're too close to Rashford, we're not very good at tackling. He's just going to ride the tackle. He's going to have the pace, the balance and the agility. If we're diving in on him, I just don't feel it's the right thing to do, to tackle him harder. Just shadow him outside and give them the wing. The low block is not going to work. Because, again, we're going to just invite pressure. So I think I'm not going to play in a low block. Already decided they're going to score eventually. And very soon if I don't start. There it is. Oh. That's the warning. So we're not playing in a low block. We're going to push up. I've tried the low block with this team last season, and they just couldn't play in the low block. They were terrible. And I found by about March that they were better when we played higher up the pitch. So we're just inviting pressure in the low block. I don't expect to win, but I don't want to lose 5-0. And I think we play better when we do at least give them a game in their half of the pitch. Oh, that was poor from Atom, but he's got it back. Well done, Sam. I think we probably need to dribble less and be more disciplined as well. Just don't be doing things that are silly. There we go. We're playing better now. We're high up the pitch. We've scored. Oh boy. FM, what are you like? Grab Garnacho's family jewels. I don't know. I just feel like if players, I know Rashford and Garnacho playing against them, and I think the only way is to let them go to the corner flag. They're not bad at crossing, but I do believe that we have the height at the back to deal. Even though we're not the best header of the ball in the world, we can, I think, make the first contact. Yeah, the WM tactic. I'm not using that with Ipswich. I might employ it actually in the Champions League. Not a Champions League, what am I talking about? The Conference League. Just play with one centre-back. FM always lets me get through the group stage anyway. So let's play with one centre-back. I can't believe we're a goal up here against FM. Is ridiculous, isn't it? Like we're getting absolutely thrashed. Ah, boy. At the moment we are FFing Manchester United, although they've only had 3 chances themselves. So they haven't exactly been setting the world on fire themselves. Though we look dangerous down our left. We look very dangerous down the left. Alande might turn out to be a good player. I don't even know what his final attributes are. I lost interest after that stupid error that I made. I kind of lost interest in the game. Yeah, typical 1940s, 50s tactic, that one. So maybe, yeah. I mean, the problem is that I've got to wait until January, and I don't know how McKenna's going to react to all this. And as captain, he's going to bring the rest of the squad down. He's captain of the team. The rest of the squad will just fall apart. I mean, there's a team meeting coming up very shortly with all the rest of the squad saying that I've treated him badly. And the only thing I can say is, look, I made a mistake, guys. And he will be back in January. That's the only thing I can say. But I don't know whether that would be good enough or whether that option will be in the team meeting. I'm sure it will be there that I've made a mistake. I'm sure it will be there that we'll register him as soon as possible. But is that going to keep all those influential players happy? Because he's going to be gathering support for his bad treatment. Nicholas Jackson may need to be type marked. Boselli might be the man. Well, possibly Atom. Yeah, we'll get Atom to type mark Nicholas Jackson. That would be a good idea. Oh, what a bad pass. And another one. I think they need to be told to focus. Too late. Two bad passes caused that. And Garnacho was left on his own. Let's tell Timon to type mark Garnacho as well. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It wouldn't matter so much if McKenna was just an influential player or below that, but he's the team captain. How can I make such a stupid error? And why was he unregistered in the first place? Why was he unregistered in the first place? He's always been registered since the beginning of the pre-season. He's always been registered. So why suddenly was he not registered? Maybe FM put that in there, a little thing to catch me out. I don't know. But he's never been unregistered until that point. And I just didn't see it. Well, after that, I deserve to be sacked. I deserve to be relegated and sacked after that silly but what an error. And yeah, if I get relegated and sacked, I accept it. Don't take too many touches, boys. Yeah, I mean, fair play, Mr. K. I know how to do that. I'm not new to the game. I just don't understand why I made that mistake. I just don't understand why I can make such a stupid mistake. Wasn't just Garosabel who gave that goal away. There were two very, very bad passes. Now just let him go to the corner. That's it. We've got enough height to deal with these. Yeah, honestly, I have never ever done anything so silly in my entire FM experience, spanning back 15 years. And I don't know how I could have been such a twat and done that. But I don't understand why he was unticked. I don't understand that. He's been ticked, well, ever since he was signed about 3 seasons ago. Why suddenly was he unticked when it came to registration? He's a club captain. And maybe I should have had a message. Are you sure you want to leave Scott McKenna out from the assistant? I don't know. It's my error. No point finding excuses. I'm just distraught, as you can tell. Save the... You remember that? So the players complained about my team talks. Yeah, I don't mind that one, but what's coming here is a very difficult team meeting. They're not going to be happy that I've left the club captain out, and he's the one who is the everybody says in his profile is an inspirational leader on the pitch. Everyone says that. And leaving him out, I'm pretty much screwed now with the whole squad. If you click on any one of their profiles, they will all say, thinks McKenna is a great leader in the dressing room. So what the hell have I done? Right, it's time to have a go. Garosibel's frustrated. United are getting tired. It's time to go more positive. It's time to counter-press them now. We're going to play slightly shorter with a higher tempo. Get some of this nonsense off the pitch. I mean, like Silva, he's supposed to be a wonder kid. He's absolutely chronic, in all fairness. He doesn't want to be on attack. Let's try doing that. If he sits narrower, let's have him shoot more often. We need to get shots on goal. He's okay bombing up. Let's make him an inverted winger. Garosabo has to come off. Atom is having a poor game as well, but I don't have only Badgetic. I have all the faith I had in Atom and Silver. He's gonna come off as well. Seeing now that I haven't got a centre back, Atom's gonna have bad games now, and McKenna plays in Atom's position. I think I need to prevent the short goalkeeper distribution as well. Let's press them much more. We should have more energy than they have. I think it might be time to end the save. Who's down on the ground? Oh, that's handy. He's all right, though. Yeah, probably you're right, Mr. K. Oh, definitely, Jason. I know I'm a Man United supporter. It kills me every weekend. Where is Atom when I need him? Oh, what a terrible pass. Liverpool fan watched my club do FM nonsense for 30 years. FM nonsense. Why is Atom having such a bad game? He's actually got better. The 6.7 is average. 6.6 isn't that bad. We do need to get some tired bodies off the pitch, though. Yeah, I mean, I think 6.6 and 6.7 are just okay, basically. 6.5 is starting to look a bit poor. 6.4, you should be quite worried. And then any lower than that, they've got to come off. 6.7 is just like they're having an average game. They're doing okay. They're not, but nothing special. They're just solid. Let's try and rescue the game somehow. Let's progress the ball, much higher tempo. I think we'll go direct. Let's try and do something to get the ball into the box. And the goalkeeper. What we want him to do . 12 only up for the opposition when you're getting FM'd. I'm not getting FM'd here. I'm getting well beaten. In fact, 2-1 is FM being nice. Oh, come on. I said more direct, not dwell on the ball. I was watching Arsenal last night, who in my opinion were well beaten. And the reason I think they're well beaten is that they're playing in real life like my team is playing in FM. They dribble far too much. Arsenal players just dribble all the time and they just get caught on the ball, lose the ball. What's that penalty for? I don't know what that penalty was for, but we're 3-1 down now. Deservedly so. I deserve severe punishment from FM. I deserve it, absolutely. I deserve to be relegated and sacked for that mistake. But I watched Arsenal like last night, and they're playing exactly like my players. They dribble far too much. Even when I've got dribble less on, they just dribble all the time. Here's another one. Loses the ball. And Arsenal last night were playing exactly like this. And every time they dribbled, Odegaard especially, he dribbles far too much. And he always loses the ball. So why does he do it? Well, another game we've lost after going 1-0 up, which seems to be a pattern. We went 1-0 up against Newcastle and lost 4-1. Lots of patterns emerging. I said yesterday there were patterns emerging. The 5-season syndrome I had. My very first save. And we're going to be in the bottom 3 now, aren't we? Look, I mean, Joe Gomez he's come onto the pitch, the ball's been near him twice, and he's made 2 mistakes. I don't know what I'm managing here, and I've got to resign, because that's a stupid error. I just have to resign. I can't believe I've done that. I mean, in real life, if a manager did that, he'd resign. Or somebody would have told him, are you really sure you want to leave McKenna out? Yeah, I mean, if I get sacked, I get sacked. I deserve to be sacked, Mr. K. I can't play with 2 centre-backs. I can't play in Europe and Premier League with 2 centre-backs. They're going to have to play every game. They're all, the squad are going to be all so upset with me. We should be in the bottom 3. We're absolutely rubbish. Unless Badgetic steps up. But even then, still one of the 2 is going to have to play every single game. And I know the game is going to punish me now. One of them will get injured. That's what will happen. And then what am I going to do? I'll have to play one of the DMs. I mean, luckily, all the players are saying, oh, I want to be a star player and I want to be an important player. Well, now they're going to have to play every game. It's their own problem. Do you want to be a star player and play every game? That's what's going to happen. But what's worrying me is that I'll lose McKenna. I did not want to lose McKenna. And let's have a look. I don't want to have a look. Yeah, he wants to leave now. So that means I've got to find 2 centre-backs in the January transfer window. It's a total mess. One person agrees with me in terms of my treatment of him, but already 2. It will spread, and soon, very soon, we'll have the team meeting. I think I just want to go on to key highlights now. I've had enough. I can't believe I've made that stupid mistake. And the game is going to punish me anyway. So we'll just go into key highlights and just get this over, basically. Because I can't see anything happening now other than getting sacked. I mean, goals scored, location. We haven't scored any goals. Those 4 have been scored inside the 6-yard box. 2 have been tap-ins from Morstead, and 4 have been corners. And Atom has scored. Yeah, it will build. The problem with the squad happiness is that it will build now. He's an influential player. I don't know how I made that mistake. It's like a novice mistake, like I started playing FM 5 minutes ago. I've got to the point where I don't care. I don't care what happens now. Get relegated, get sacked. The best thing that can happen. I've lost the best striker that I have as well. 7 weeks without my best striker. What can I do? I don't know what to do. How many midfielders have I got? 1, 2, 3. I don't need 3. But Makango needs to play, as well as Dominguez. Dominguez is not really an advanced playmaker. Why is that changed? Stop it. So he needs to come in there. Dominguez needs to come in there. He's happy. He's the one who's happy. Dominguez is happy with So we've got Finkgraft is unhappy. He's not an influential player. And Morstadt. So the squad at the moment are not backing McKenna too much anyway. So Scott... No, we're going to try this boy. Arribas. Let's make him an inverted winger, as suggested. I don't know why these keep changing. Right, I'm going to switch it to key highlights now because I really have had enough. I can't believe I've done that. I really don't want to be doing game management. I just want to get it over with. It'll make people coming in happier anyway. They don't like how slow I play the game. Funny how we're winning again in all the cups. What really pissed me off in the last European season is that we were top of the Europa League group. That really pissed me off. And we couldn't pick up a point in the Premier League, but my reserves were top of the group in the Europa League, playing the reserves. And you guys saw it. I don't care about Verbruggen. So we'll probably be fine in Europe. We're just going to be relegated. And that's... I've really lost interest. I've never made a mistake like that in my whole FM life. I'm just completely distraught. And I don't know why this is happening. It only happens when I'm streaming. So it takes forever. Absolutely, Mr. K. Absolutely. Now FM has taken out my best striker. It's like, what is going on here? We're just going to bomb through these now. I'm really not interested. Get through to January and see what he's like in January. But I'll have to sell him. So that, I mean, that whole thing about the Sia thing, waiting till an hour before. That's messed with my head as well. What the heck does he want to tackle him harder for? Or him? It's asking for trouble. That's why we give away so many free kicks. Or him. He's fine. Right, let's get this over with. I don't even want to watch. At some point we'll win a game, which would be very nice. But I don't think it's going to be for a while. Well, it's nip and tuck. Ipswich attack, Everton attack. Ipswich attack. Everton attack. Ipswich attack. It's nip and tuck, yeah. Oh, we got a corner. Where's Atom? Come on, Alande. I brought you in to service Atom. And so far, you've not done it, but I will take that. Yeah, don't show me this, because we keep going a goal up and then losing, so don't show me that. Everton must be a bad team. But we've seen this before. One shot, one goal, and then we go and lose the game. Newcastle comes to mind. Manchester United was the same. And I think the one in between was the same as well. We went a goal up and lost it. That was 3-1 as well. Atom is playing really badly now. Ah, you know. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's just a stupid game. Yeah, don't show me that bloody league table thing, because we go 1 up and then we're going to lose 4-1 again. So don't even bother showing it to me. There we go. I wanted Bosselli to be playing as the inverted fullback. And now that's it. McKenna would be there with either Sia or Diamonde. It's always going to happen, Mr. K. That's why we get 1-0 up. I don't get excited. We're going to lose the game anyway. And we can't possibly win football matches with only 2 central defenders. We cannot possibly do it. And Atom is getting the brunt of it. Atom never let me down in the past. And now he's absolutely shocking the last few games. And I don't have a central defender who can replace him. I'll have to try Bajcetic instead of him. I'll just have to try Bajcetic instead of him. Garosibel hasn't turned up. Meslier is on a 6.4 again. What I'm going to do, I think we're stronger down the left. Let's just focus down the left. Everybody on the right is a twit. 5 maybe today. Right, Meslier needs to be dropped. That was a terrible, terrible purchase, and it caused all that goalkeeper problems. Meslier's got to go. 6.3 now. Atom 6.4. Defence is dreadful. Right, let's get those two off. 6.2 now for the goalkeeper. I'm going to play my 18-year-old. Can't do any worse. The entire defence. Badgetic will have to come in. Now I know Grinback is rubbish as well. He was vying for a place against Scott. Now he's not getting it. Lande has made 5 key passes and only has a 6.6. How does that work? Good. Enough is enough. I need to resign. I cannot believe I've done that. And now Atom, the game is just going to make a complete monkey of me. Because Atom is playing like an idiot now. When he never put a foot wrong, that boy. And now with all this, he's got to play like a buffoon. McKenna can play here, actually. I'm going to play Badgetic as well, just to rest those two. We'll see how McKenna does in this one. Garosibal has to play, because I had Badgetic who could play there. Oh, boy. Oh, Juan Lu's not registered now, is he? Boselli is tired. I can't play Boselli. I don't have a full bench. But what the hell? Get rid of that Burke. Absolutely, Mr. K. And I've taken out of the squad their most influential person. And if you look, if I click on any one of the profiles, they'll all say they think he's an inspirational leader in the dressing room. And I've just taken him away from them. And now I'm pretty much bottom of the league. And there's no way out now. Probably not anymore. But actually still, I think there's only two. One agrees with me, as we saw, and still only two disagree. So there's no meeting yet. I have to continue with this. We have to keep trying. This is what fits the squad best. The other one just doesn't fit them. There'd be several players who just couldn't play in that system. So we got to keep trying with that one. If we don't win against Leeds, we're finished. I don't know why this is taking so long. Nothing happens on Monday. And it only happens on YouTube. I don't know. I might as well go out for a walk. What is YouTube? We are bottom. Oh no, that's I thought we were bottom of the league, but we've only got 3 points, so we're pretty much bottom of the league. Oh, come on. What shall we do? Watch some tennis or something while we're waiting? No, I know what it is. I think if this is happening, there's one missing player, then maybe it's a good thing to highlight that improvements need to be. Well, I keep trying to make improvements to the squad, and I'm going to change that. Somebody suggested that I switch that on a while back, but I think that's what's made the difference. I think it might take out FM Match Lab stuff if I don't have that on, but I think it's that's slowing it down. We'll find out in a minute. Yeah, it's moving quicker now. No, we're not doing that. I'm doing it my way. And I'm going to get sacked. End of story. But I tell you what, this will really annoy me again. Watch how we saunter through this group. We're like, absolutely blast this group. He keeps telling me to play in a low block. Let's do it. And yeah, I'm going to play balanced from this point on. If he wants me to play in a low block, we'll play in a low block. I'm not doing very well, so we'll take his advice. Right, here's the reserve team again. Except I've got a pretty strong first team midfield. I've got a midfielder playing now as my centre back. Watch McKenna's rating. What? Hanging on every word. He's listening to me, is he? Does this mean we're going to just blast through this group with the reserves again? Or does this mean that we're going to lose 4-1 again? I don't like Mondays. Good mental, especially leadership, composure, and teamwork. How did that work out? I mean, for promoted teams, you need basically those things. If like the mentals, focus on the mental stuff rather than the technicals, and that's how you get to places, which is what happened here with Ipswich. When we did the first transfer window, when we got promotion, everything I focused on was about mentals when signing players. And that just, well, you know what happened. We won the FA Cup, finished in like 11th, and got into Europe in our first season in the Prem. And it's just basically focus on buying players who've got good, solid mentals. And there's plenty of those about. It's just the technical players don't want to come. But the good God, FM. Oh boy. This really pisses me off. How can your reserve team just cruise through the group stage? And your first team can't buy a goal in the Prem? This really annoys me. Are we going to win 7-0 or something ridiculous here? I think he's offside, though. Although the players are not protesting too much. But I do think he was offside. No, it's awarded. So we're like 3-0 up. And we cannot play in the Premier League. Basel are not a bad team. Morstad's going to get a lot of game time because Velasco, my best striker, has been taken out injured as well. So he's going to be getting a lot of game time. And the other boys, I can't play them as strikers. They have to be played on the wing at the moment, out of the way. This really annoys me about this game because this team that I'm playing should not be cruising through this group. Even if we get through, it should be difficult for this team, for this squad. But it's not going to be. I just acknowledge we're losing in the Premier League. Oh, don't worry, we're going to win the next one because it's in Europe. You know what's going to happen. And then we're winning by ridiculous scorelines, like beating Bristol City 7-1 in the Prem, the only game we've won. It wasn't like a narrow 1-0 win that shows me we just edged it. 7-1. Yeah, we always concede. Unless they're going to come back and win this 4-3, maybe. It was just a shambles at the back, basically. But fair play. Badgertich is on a 7. Might go down now after they've scored. In fact, I might play one of the strikers as a central defender, because Badgertich is doing better than McKenna was doing. And Atom. Why is he complacent, you donkey? Oh boy. Come on, let's have another goal. Usually goes to 4-1 after they come back. Or are they all complacent now? Stankovic is having a bad game. The goalkeeper situation goes on and on and on. Oh boy. João Gomez is tired. Bless his cotton socks. Not really. Oh, we haven't got Atom at the near post now, have we? But not to worry, we've got Badgertich instead. Okay, Badgertich, you've just earned yourself a first team place for a little while. Playing a youth, they're all youth team players though. They're all kind of like very, very young players I've got. There's only a couple of them who are getting on. I was trying to get rid of Alan because he was 30 and just didn't fit what I wanted to do because he kept shooting too much. We tried to retake that trait off him and he refused to stop shooting too much. Well done, the reserve team has done it again. But it's Europe, so Europe is where morale gets repaired. He's complacent now, is he? All of them. Would have preferred not to play football. Fair enough. would have preferred to stay at home and watch TV, maybe? What kind of nonsense is that? I don't know who to take off. Who's the most tired? Dominguez is complacent. So it looks like Dominguez. But I can't swap him because I've used my centre mids. So the next one up is Alande. Scoring for fun today, yep. In the Premier League, I cannot get my strikers even from 6 yards out to score. Conceding for fun as well. Look at him running back with the ball. Oh, it was absolutely shocking defending. He's still holding on to the ball. Oh, wait. Yellow card, ref. See, McKenna and Badger. Of course, you could have scripted that McKenna was going to play well. You could have put money on that. And the other two the two centre backs that I have are playing like donkeys. And Atom, who's hardly ever put a foot wrong, can't play football anymore. And this has all happened around leaving McKenna out of the squad. That's all it's to do with. Now the two centre-backs that I actually have can't play football. McKenna's having a brilliant game, as well as Badgetic, who's a midfielder, having a brilliant game. This is FM. Goalkeepers, because I've had all sorts of problems with goalkeepers. Now, all my goalkeepers are playing badly. If I put Verbruggen in, he'll have a brilliant game. It's just, this is insane game. And today we've scored 5 in Europe. We cannot even buy a goal in the Premier League. And we could be 6 yet. This is an insane game. What I think I'm going to do for the last 5 minutes is I'm going to swap those two over just to see. And then bring... Oh, too many. We'll just see what happens. Look at the goalkeeper. 6.5. I think so, Mr. K. It did look like that, didn't it? The penalty against Arsenal last night was insane. And I've never seen that before, where the penalty was like given, like, must have been 4 minutes after the incident, and none of the opposition actually appealed for it. Not even the player who took the shot appealed for it. And then like 4 minutes later, after Arsenal had had a chance, and that their goalkeeper, I can't say his name, made a brilliant save, the penalty was awarded like even after that. And I've never seen that before, and it did remind me of when it happened to Newcastle as well. Newcastle had one of the most ridiculous penalty decisions in Europe. I've ever seen. That was last season. I think that was PSG as well. And I think that I was looking at that penalty, the way he took it, and I thought to myself, did he actually just throw that out of embarrassment? Was he so embarrassed to take it that he actually just decided to miss? Because he didn't put any pace on the ball at all. And I thought, did he deliberately miss that penalty? Because he was like, the whole team must have been embarrassed. That was a strange part of the game. A very, very strange part of the game, that was. What on earth happened there? Don't United get one per game? It has been levelled at Manchester United, that, and it's been levelled at Liverpool. Why can't I? Oh, because have I used the 3 slots? Is that why I can't take use another substitution? Have I just messed that up as well? I'm completely messing up everything. I think that gets levelled at teams. Yeah, all my stoppages have been used. I'm just getting worse at the game. I'm making stupid errors, and I should just give up playing FM. You can't make those kind of errors, and it's stupid. I have to seriously consider giving up this game. But your game messes with you. Look at how Badgertich and Scott McKenna are playing. The game just messes with you. Morstat is like an idiot in the Prem. I think that what happens with it's always teams like it was Manchester United for a long time getting the rub of the green on penalties. Then it was Liverpool for a long time. It became Manchester City were getting penalties, and the reason is if you actually look at the stats at that time, those teams are getting the players into the box more than any other team. And if you've got players running into the box constantly, eventually someone is going to foul someone. And other teams who they cited teams at the bottom of the league were not getting penalties. And the reason is they were not getting players into the penalty area very often. And so it's kind of like I think if you get players in the opposition penalty area, especially running with the ball, you will get penalties. And there are other people like Grealish who are very, very good at getting fouled. And if he gets in the penalty area with the ball, being very good at getting fouled, he positions his body in such a way that he gets fouled all the time. And therefore, if he's in the penalty area with the ball, he will get penalties. So I don't think it's referees or what people were suggesting, that it's favoritism, and it's just they get into the box more than any other team. And if you do that, you'll get penalties. Stay out of the box, you won't get them. And it's like a foul is a foul for me. And like pulling the shirt, as far as I'm aware, you are not allowed to hold hands with anybody in the penalty area, and you're not allowed to pull anyone's shirt. As far as I'm aware, that is the rule. Where did not sufficient pulling of the shirt come from? It's either a pull of the shirt or it's not. And once you make rules judgmental like that, then inconsistency arrives. You can't have one referee decide that's enough of a pull, when another referee will be saying, nah, that's not enough in terms of pulling his shirt. So it's the same with contact. If there's contact first with the player, that's a penalty. It doesn't matter if it's not enough contact. If there's contact with the player before the ball, that's a penalty. So you can't then just say it's not a penalty because there wasn't enough contact. Like, it becomes a farce. You have to have a rule. And the rule is, if you actually do not get the ball but get the player first, that is a foul. And it's given as a foul outside the penalty area. There's no talk about, was it enough contact to give a free kick? Because it's a free kick. So it's just in the penalty area, that whole thing needs to be rethought. It's either a foul or it isn't. There's no, it wasn't enough contact, or he didn't hold his hand for long enough, or that's the other one, isn't it? Like, he's pulling his shirt, clearly pulling his shirt, but not for long enough. Well, define long enough, and then people will know what referees are doing. So is it 2 seconds, 3 seconds? It's bizarre. And this is bizarre. I have to wait till they get in the tunnel. Have we got there yet? That was a good win. But back to the Prem in a minute. Hat-trick for Morstadt. Well, these players have got to play again on the weekend. That's all I can think about. It's like, if you play that well in Europe, you're going to play again on the weekend. McKenna, of course, is unregistered, so Atom will come in for McKenna. Marin, he's 5'5", isn't he? He can play as the centre-back. And Badgetic, should he keep playing? Why not? He's doing well. And we'll put Baselli, who I wanted to play as the inverted wing-back anyway. And Meslier is... Doesn't matter who I put in goal, they're going to play badly anyway. And now just need to rest them. So if you do that in Europe, show me you can do it in the Prem. And we're playing Leeds, so we've got to say we're hopeful. Otherwise, I just think I might resign because it's become silly. None. Don't need to do anything with that. They're quite good at set pieces. I'm quite good at near post. And they play wing play. Let's go back to doing what I used to do. Standard line. They just have to train them at this. They just have to learn to play it. I don't think... I mean, I'm going to have a look in a minute at... He's used to be... had a very close relationship with me. I'm going to have a look in a minute. Let's just get this done. I don't want to tell anyone off. Yeah, like I'm going to tell him off for not training very well. Oi, that's why I left you out, because you're rubbish at training. So let's go back to that. Let's have a look at him. He still holds me in the highest regard, but it's changed from has a very close relationship with you. Complaining to teammates and he wants to leave. Why is he holding me in the highest regard then? Well, we're going to remove his individual training. That's not a problem. But he's a very, very happy man and wants to leave. So that means I have to sign 2 centre-backs in the winter window. I've just completely ruined the save. Completely ruined the save. Oh, well, let's have another injury while we're at it. He was in the team, wasn't he? No, he wasn't. Well, I'm going to run out of forwards very soon. Wingers and forwards as well. Why not? The game's really having a go at me now. Same team going out there with 1 change at for McKenna. Same team exactly. We will not be able to hit a barn door if it falls on us. Actually, we go back to that. McKenna might as well play. He's on the bench, isn't he? So, I might have to play that 18-year-old goalkeeper as well. The other 2 are just useless. I picked on the wrong one. I should have just stayed with... But I couldn't pick on Meslier because we signed him at the beginning of the transfer window. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. We're good down the left, I think. Bahacitic, the midfielder, playing as a central defender. So we're gonna lose to Leeds because we got a game in Europe coming up, which we will win, obviously. It's the same team exactly, except for 1 change that I made because I couldn't play McKenna. Same team exactly. And we won't be able to hit a barn door if it falls on us. Let's see what happens. Unless this is my first team now. I've totally got that wrong. Atom needs to play better today. He used to be my favourite player, now he's becoming a waste of space. But it's not his fault, it's the game's fault, because it needs to make him look silly because I did that mistake. Recommend going on holiday till January. It's probably a good idea. I can put him back in the squad on the 1st of January. But by then he's made his mind up that he wants to leave. I can't believe I did that. So that means I have to buy 2 central defenders. My scouts haven't found any. The ones that I found, Diamande was clearly the best. Remember, there was one that we couldn't sign. He didn't want to come. Diamande was clearly the best, and Sia messed that up. Well, surely the game's not going to allow me to play this game with 2 centre-backs. Something's got to happen. Mind you, having said that, Bajcetic is performing very, very well as the centre-back. Hey Saul, how you doing? No, I'm not well. I'm absolutely frustrated to the eyeballs. I've made the biggest mistake I've ever made in my FM life, and it's going to cost me big time. Our passing is horrendous. Every time we try to pass it wide, I'm going to play narrow. Every time we try to pass it wide, we lose the ball. They can't pass more than 20 meters. They're not very good. What was that? Like I said, a pass more than 20 meters, they haven't got a clue. And they're just playing around my press as well, aren't they? They're just taking the mick. Oh yeah, we're going to lose this one, Neil, absolutely. We're only going to win in Europe. When there's a European game, I'll cheer up because we're going to win that one. Premier League, we're not going to win. What is this? What is going on? Did you ever see me switch that over to full match? Did you? Because I swear I never did it, honestly. I'm getting tired of this. I'm getting tired of this when a goal is scored, goal awarded before the VAR check. I'm getting tired of a screen coming up for no reason, penalty awarded, and nothing's happened. Oh, we're giving away talking of penalties. Told you we're not going to win a game in the Premier League. We're only going to win in Europe. Yep. Fair enough. I think we've been the better team as well so far. This is how it's going to be. And I don't know how that switches over to full match. I don't know how it happens. It's very clever. It's like magical. It's like magic. It's the game's very, very clever how it does stuff like that. What? We scored a goal? Are you sure? There's just too many of it, Neil. Like, do you get those screens coming up, like, penalty awarded and nothing's happened and there's no penalty? Or, like, you score a goal and then it says goal awarded and then goes into a VAR check? It's all in the wrong order. It's like weird. No, it's only 1-1 at the moment, Mr. K. Remember what happens. We get one. What happens with the opposition? It is the reserve team again, so you never know. More stat. Okay, so the reserve team is actually the first team. And I should play the other team in Europe. Oh, checking. This VAR could be offside, yeah. No, it's awarded. You could be right, Mr. K. Could be a 3-pointer, this. Who knows? Oh, I don't know if I'm going to survive the McKenna saga, though. I mean, that was another thing, like, talking about those glitches. Why was suddenly, when he's been registered for about 2 years, why suddenly was he clicked off? Because I didn't see that, that's all. Of course I'm going to pick McKenna, and I just didn't see that he'd been clicked off. So why suddenly had the game clicked that off? I don't know. Another glitch. And it couldn't have been on a worse player. There is no way I would have clicked McKenna, the club captain, and not register him. I'll have to go back and have a look to see if I actually was responsible. When I went through those under 21s, they were all down the bottom. I don't think I was responsible for clicking that off. It just, the game changed it by itself. Yeah, maybe I have to. Maybe the problem was the captain, Mr. K. I think, yeah, could be. Maybe McKenna was actually the problem last year. Oof, there's a lot of hard tackling going on there. Atom's only 6.7 again. He's not himself. But we haven't won this yet. Leeds are the better team looking at it. Their XG is much better than ours. Their shots on target is much better. So it does look to me like we haven't won this yet. think it's also weird that I have to play in balance. The team cannot play in positive. That's really weird. Right, time to make a few changes. They've made a change here, so let's tidy up that a little bit. Let's try Xuan Lu up there. Let's give him a try. See, goalkeeper again is having a poor game. Badgetich isn't playing well this time. I don't have another central defender because Baselli's out on the right. So let's move Baselli over. Bring Badgetich in here. Come on, boys. Forgive the manager for being such a twat. Oh, he nearly scored as well. Maybe I wanted, that's his favoured position, and I wanted to make him a sweeper keeper because I wanted to push the line up. We can make him a sweeper keeper on defend and take fewer risks. Maybe we'll try that. It could be that he's taking too many risks. What's the biggest derby in the English lower leagues today? Absolutely no idea. You tell me, what is the biggest derby? Yeah, we'll try the sweeper keeper defend. You could be right. That's why he's probably got a low, because he's making saves. Still, I don't know what to do with the others yet. Let's see if he improves on defend. Definitely we are better down the left at the moment. Alande has been playing well. Now Fink Graf is playing very well. All the young boys are on the right. Now Baselli's got himself very tired. That was a dumb move. Midfield, I think we should change. So maybe the reserve team is the way to go. Yeah, I'd like to play him as the Carrilero. I brought him in to play as the Carrilero, but I've changed the way that we're playing behind those two roles. Well, then this game isn't over yet. Conceding late goals is a speciality. Was he offside there? Oh, probably not, because it hit the post and didn't go in. Inexplicable. I don't know where that leaves us in the table. 13th again. Seems about right. I thought that said arrests. If you mean there's been violence at the game. Right, what's the next game? Tottenham. A long way away. So I think I'm going to call it a day there. It's now getting up to 3 hours. A day that I've made the biggest mistake ever in my football manager career. Ever. I have never ever done anything so stupid as that in my life. To be honest, I'm distraught. I can't explain how I feel. The captain of all people. So I'm going to leave it there and bid you farewell. At least there's a good break now. I'm not back with this till Tuesday. And wish you well. Thank you all for supporting me and staying there through this. And I'll be back on Tuesday. Whatever happens is whatever happens. And take care. Be safe. And I'll see you Tuesday. Thanks for coming, guys. Thank you.